from this type of camera. Yeah. Yeah, okay. This is me. Second day of doing this. The work I've been doing forever, but second day, day 2 of this. Show me damn turkey egg. Okay. Let's see. Just I'm gonna say like whoops. Well, it's good. Activity measure and activity-based costing is used in used as an allocation base for applying overhead costs to products and services. Right? Departmental overhead rates correctly assign overhead costs in situations where a company has a range of products and complex overhead costs. And so that was false. False. Activity rate. Activity must be done for each item produced is a blank activity. It is a unit activity, unit level. Dope. An activity cost pool accumulates cost for exactly one activity measure. Activity pool cost activity cost pool accumulates cost for exactly one activity measure. Processing virtually. Maybe too bored with like complete silence. I am gonna like definitely miss this camera quality. And it just made me realize, like, oh man, Androids are affordable. They work just as good, but it's like the camera value, that is a thing. The camera is a thing. So it's a thing. You know what? I really do just kind of do this and then I just get up and jump around. And then I'll come right back to it 5 minutes later. Is that a break in between? Is that what the kids call like stimming now? This is what the cool kids call stimming. What I've been doing forever. Designing and advertising a good or both product level activities. Sounds product level. Next costing activity measure is dun, 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 dun. Is an allocation base. A lot of those things like shouldn't take you that long. All right, organization state. So these do nothing for my memory. This is just an assignment that got done. Nothing for my memory, like at all. I'll be like, work like 6, 7 hours on it and then be like, oh yeah, what was that? Took notes and all. So like this style isn't really good for me at all. Each activity divided by the total cost activity is the computation of activity rates. I say there's levels to this. No. Oh, which one is this? This is chapter 4, right? I didn't just jump down to chapter 6. Of course I didn't. I know what I'm doing. Who doesn't do that? Right. Actually, to write down what that is. Like, write down what it is. Just do this. Just do that. And of course, the pencil. Like the formulas. Because, like, what do you forget? The formulas. Like, you can remember like a fact or two. There's like, oh yeah, that is that because that is that, and then that is that. But like, what about the formula? You will literally never remember the formula unless it's written down. There's no way to just remember the formula unless it's like A equals B over C, and then B equals A times C. That's the only time you don't remember a formula. It's the A equals B over C. Is that? formulas are like full sentence type of formula. It's just like it's like an entire sentence divided by an entire sentence. And it's literally words. It's like things. Sentence equals like 2 or 3 words, and then the rest of it is like a short sentence. After you had to divide 2 sentences by 1 sentence to get a half a sentence. I know what that dude is. Like he did a whole lot of, I'll just call it like social maneuver, like social climate, social maneuvering. He did a whole lot of that. And now you don't really hear about him no more. He might be up to something. Maybe he's on to bigger and better things. Maybe he's past being in the spotlight. Who knows? I just knew that was a whole lot to just kind of disappear. Might be rebranding. I gotta look up all these level activities because I definitely get the vibe. Or if it only has like 2 or 3 formulas, they're going to expect you to know what this type of activity is or what level something is, and then know that you're supposed to know, like you divide that level by that level, and then plus this level to get this level. And it turns out you wrote a whole paragraph just to figure out a word problem. Facility level. They are definitely going to give you like just a table and say like, hey, figure this out. There's a line there. So I guess it's okay. Total unit what it costs. Um, direct labor costs. So that's that one. Yeah. Goodness. Didn't they write that simply before? Why is this like the fifth or sixth time and then now it's simplified? May result in selling product products at a loss, ignores other significant causes of overhead, may result in overcharging customers for product. Oh, the seller's dream. This is how I need to write it. Total cost and customer. Just can't read it like that. thought of it. It just wasn't my thing over like that. Under cost. All right. Usually traditional costing over cost high volume products and under cost low volume products. Yes, they do. If you're the seller, if you're the business owner, they want to charge more for the stuff they got more of because they want people, and it's like a popular thing, and they got a bunch of it. They want to charge a lot for it. I guess I could do that. Total overhead. Say per unit. I'm used to saying per unit. So 20 times 400. 8,000 activity-based costing. That's going. That's about to go. What the hell? What is this? Exactly all that. Goodness. Right after I just gave it to you, you're just like, yeah, that's the answer. Definitely need to make a list of like what's in what category. Okay, with this, I just like this better, like the quality. So I think I need a camera because that quality is no. Quality is no. Direct materials, direct labor, manufacturing overhead. I got I got a few wrong with high confidence. Be right back. Shirt's chunky. Start the second part. We did the first smart book. Smart book. Don't understand that. Right to chapter 6. Okay, I can see how. I can see how now. They are supposed to be pretty short. Unit variable cost, selling price, mix of products sold, sales volume, cost, break even point. Something tells me this is wrong, wrong, wrong. Exactly. And incorrect. Like beyond incorrect. Instead, my phone connected to my laptop as if I didn't have enough distraction. But I did it so I wouldn't get like this call or something, an important call. But that was just straight distractions. It didn't just have call and text notifications, it also had app notifications. So last word minus sentence equals short sentence. Now it's word minus word equals symbol. Okay, so contribution margin equals sales minus all variable expenses. Just, for sure. To me, horrible. Total fixed expenses. So first for the whole period cost below.
Price per bottle. Per bottle.
this was 2 hours worth of stuff, making this 4 hours. I started after like my second. I started this one after my second hour. And this has been going on for like this one is recording it like that I'm studying. That is happening. We'll finish. Since when did since when did this Wi-Fi, like a library Wi-Fi, start messing up? Since when did that start happening? don't think I have one. Summer. Good lord.
pictures.
I'm nervous to start, that's why. Next one right after this. gonna try to leave by like 7 or 8 so I can be home in time to get like a coffee for the store. So I can stay up even later to finish. I really feel like I need to do crunch time, crunch time, crunch time. I can tell maybe I don't want it that much HD. Maybe I HD. You know what? 2 hours. Why not 2 hours? Why not 2 hours of something that is due tomorrow? It needs to take a little longer than I was expecting. Need more coffee than I was expecting to. I might drink the whole carton. So like the chapter 4 and 6 notes are done from the smart book. I was going to do some chapter 8 from the other class, like the macro economics. The macro class, this is definitely the exam it's going to be on. She doesn't really give exams, it's just going to be like a final paper. Did that help me? Not really. Writing in a straight line format does nothing for my memory. So I would sort of need to summarize all that. Signs with something right here and something right here with an equals. That's something that jogs my memory a whole lot more than just a what is this? Then a see how ain't there a little upside? Jogs my memory a little more than just writing in a sentence, or a sentence will bring nothing, do nothing from my memory. right. Let's do it. Thinking of just doing the quizzes and then do the assignment so I can have more notes to go off of. Because my understanding of it isn't super strong. I really wish he'd post about the midterm. It's getting a little annoying that he's not posted about it. It's about 4 or 5 days away. He was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll post about it." It's like, well, I'm not seeing it. What are we doing? Like, I'm not seeing the midterm, anything about the midterms. Where are they? Where are the posts? So I can literally know what to study, how to study. Like, what are we getting at here when you put this up? So, dirty. These are dirty. Screen glasses. So I'm going to be staring hard for a while. Kind of debating, should I try and write notes out like that, or should I on iPad? This can go up. I don't think I'm going to use this. I don't know. I wrote out the other ones. Put it on there if I need to. Thursday, tomorrow. Let's do this. Seriously. I haven't done it. I haven't. I thought I did. I thought I did the chapter 6, 7, and 8 quiz. I guess not. Okay, let me go ahead and do these practice quizzes and get them out of the way. Oh my God. Playing around with this. Your legs to me. This is a reminder to myself. I was kind of studying while I was doing the assignment for chapter 4 and 6, taking notes, getting the formulas. Like, I feel so weird, queasy, and uneasy when I take time to do something. 5 minutes can pass by and you couldn't tell me it's not an hour. That's how weird I feel about time. So, but when I watch the PowerPoint videos, I feel like I get it, but like not with this. I don't get it when it's time for the quiz. I feel like I never heard this before. The lectures are good. It's just that I cannot remember. It's hard for me to recall stuff. That's all. I need more images and pictures from the lectures and PowerPoints in order for me to just keep just being able to remember it for a quiz. All the things I remembered for the quiz were things that I drew pictures of, the graphs, the tables I made. Those are the things that I remember. But other than that, like not at all. I don't get anything. Alrighty. Is anybody else up in here? I don't think so. I didn't want to be too loud where I was disrupting somebody else. Yeah, it doesn't go against that little rule that they keep trying to make. Remember that like weird, like money grubbing feminist phase that everybody went through up in the 2010s, and they were like, oh, don't be afraid to take up space, saying these weird things, knowing damn well that'll probably get you fired if you try to be pushy and you're just somebody who sort of works there in a cubicle. But anyways, I just didn't want to, that was just one of my habits. I didn't want to be I didn't want to I didn't want to be too loud because I know I don't like it when people are too loud and I'm just trying to study. I like a quiet, focused space. Even though this is a library with computers, if it's a library that has computers, then like you're not really entitled to complete silence. But if it's a library without computers, then pretty much yes, you are. You're entitled to people whispering and not talking at full volume. That's why they make sections without computers, so you can study over there without like. If there's computers in the library, then no, you can't have complete silence. But like here, I don't know. I'll just take all these practice ones. I'll take the practice ones. And then I'll go back to the quiz ones. Because they're all due. This doesn't have a due date because I'm gonna take them in order. Look at this thing. It's like, please do not do this on your cell phone or some computer with bad internet. I'm thinking like, you don't tell me what to do. But no. I agree. If you're going to take some tests, it needs to be probably at the school library or somewhere where there's some stable internet. So that's that. Ah, my back. Jeez, I keep having to crack my back. The back of the chair is literally right here. Ah, I can do this all day, every day, but still, like cracking my back. Just go ahead and do it. I'm gonna just go ahead and do it. Take the quiz. Just take it. I'm pretty sure it's open book, and my books. Yeah, it would have been proctored if it wasn't Consumer Price Index. CPI, Consumer Price Index. It's current year, base year, inflation. You know what? See, as chapter 6 did kind of let you off a little easy. And then with like this type of class anyway, it does have math in it. It has formulas. But it's more writing and it's more memorizing. This is a 20-minute time limit, so I actually need to be pretty careful not to just go blah, 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 blah. Deflating the money wages in each period with the price indexes of the respective periods. Geez, all of these are really close to each other. Real close to each other. I desperately need to come up with a way to where I can remember this mess. Writing it in a straight line does nothing, but this, this, that's helping. This is not. I was the wonder, like, yo, is this? I think that's regular brain type of activity. I don't think there's nothing especially up with it. One, quality adjustment bias and the substitution bias. Quality adjustment bias and the substitution bias. Calculation increased. Over the next 5 years, one family earned an income of $28,000 in 1990. Over the next 5 years, their income increased by 15%, while the CPI increased by 12%. After 5 years, the family's nominal income increased and their real income increased. Yeah, there was an increase in both. I would say so. I would say so. You never know. You never know the answer. But I would say so. I would say it increased. Both increased. Why did it take me this long? Right in the smack dab in the middle of summer to finally get a headband. I feel like, even though I just got like 1, 2, 3 assignments done and some studying done for two of those assignments while I was doing two of those assignments, got some good notes in as far as I'm guessing that they're good notes. There's still a part of me that's like, oh wow, you took 3 hours to do that, or like 4 hours, maybe 4.5, like 4.5 hours to do just that, huh? 3.5. It might be 3.5 hours, actually. Took you 3.5 hours to do all that. And I'm thinking, like, yes. So I just get so disappointed in myself for like no good reason sometimes. Sometimes just for no good reason. The CPI equals $1 in year one and $1.05 in year two. If the nominal wage is $15 in 1 year and the contract calls for the wage to be indexed to the CPI, what will be the nominal wage in year two? $15.75. You got to multiply CPI. No, you divide. You divide that one by that one, and then you get it. And then, so that's that one for the next year. The answer to that is the answer for the next year. That's how you can go down the line and figure it out. See, I'm telling you, I was paying attention during the PowerPoint lecture. It's just that I wish I could retain this so much easier. It's really hard. Nominal interest rate equals real interest rate plus inflation rate. So that's 13%. If the real interest rate is 4% and the inflation rate is 9%, then the nominal interest rate equals 13%. It better be fucking right. It better be right. Is there a limit to how many of these I can do? I don't think there is. That phone camera is a little too HD. It showed everything. It showed it all. I'm thinking like, I don't need to show. The real interest rate is higher in alpha, but the nominal interest rate is higher in beta. higher in alpha. But the nominal interest rate is higher in beta. You can't tell my face ain't a little lopsided. Why do mine go like this? You see how it does that on that side? Hold on, this right here. What is going on? The last one. Marge is lending $1,000 for 1 year. The CPI is 1.60 at the time the loan is made. They expect it to be 1.76 in 1 year. If Marge and Martin agreed that Marge should earn a 3% real return for the year, the nominal interest rate on this loan should be 13%. You calculate the expected inflation rate, and then you calculate the nominal interest rates using the Fisher equation. I got 10 out of 10. How big is my arm? Is this one bigger than the other? No, just both big as hell. Oh my goodness. That's what I'm talking about. Good Lord. Strike that through. Strike it through. Strike it through. That's what I'm talking about. Strike that mess through. Strike it out. And I got to come back and make notes from that. Then also ask, why is it like this? What makes this this? You know, things like that. What makes this this? I'm pretty sure I turned that in because it was due the 14th. So yeah, that one was done. There was no assignments to turn in. There wasn't any assignments to turn in. But this says 2 hours and 50 minutes, but I've been here a total for about 3.5 hours. So I just kind of started, I remember it's like, oh yeah, the YouTube thing, they're going to let me go back in and they're going to let me do live streams after a few days, probably just to do a little background check, make sure I'm not weird or something. All right, time for the practice quiz. And then I'm going to do I think it is optional, but I think it's always good to just basically the practice quiz is like, hey, we're going to ask you stuff along these lines. This is how you need to do it. I guess. Thank goodness it's on my account so I can see it. I am so proud of this hair length. Look at that. Look at the hair length. It's so long. It got long. And if I didn't say before, I'm in school for accounting and I'm actually excited for it. I'm in school for, and I'm actually excited for it. Was there anybody that did IT, computer science, or anything like that? They were actually happy doing that work or with their degree. Everybody that's done that, of course, they're changing it now because the field is kind of burnt out, and especially with AI, but almost no one enjoyed it. It was just something that everybody heard made money. It really was. It was just something that people heard made money, including me. It was something I heard made money. But like with accounting, like I heard it was going to be challenging. I heard it was going to be really hard. But I took the risk. I was like, I don't know, man. I need something that's proved itself to be stable over and proved itself to be stable during any type of economy and proved itself over the it really just survived the test of time. Accounting has survived the test of time. And I'm hoping it's going to survive the test of time while I'm here too. And during these turbulent political times and financial times, it would be really important to know a little something, something about finances and the economy that we're living in right now. Learning economics, it's pretty difficult. It's really intensive. It's not super hard. It's not like, oh, physics, calculus. No, it's not that. It's insanely intensive. You can grasp it, but you need to be making sure you're paying attention and taking your notes. And it's crazy intensive, meaning you're not just going to be paying attention and taking your notes. You probably need to buy the book or do something that you know. If you know that you need videos along with it, you need to be watching them videos along with it on the regular. This is definitely something that you need to be paying attention with. This isn't like a half-ass type of major. Everything, but a huge plus, everything is hands-on. That was a huge plus for me. Everything's hands-on. But here I am, just in my like third and fourth little accounting classes. I need to like get it together. I need to get it together a little more. I do. I'm not studying as hard as I did that last time because the pressure wasn't really on like it is now. So that's kind of why I started doing the live streams so I can watch myself do it. And also, it helped a whole lot with time management. Time management, that was a huge part. That helped so much with my time management. I'm literally watching it. It has a lot of little equations, formulas, algebraic type stuff. If you brush up on your algebra formulas or algebra, just the way it's structured, in like high school algebra and even college algebra, that's the way things are structured in accounting and pretty much any math-ish major. I didn't know economics was so math heavy until I remembered a YouTuber I was watching said like, oh, I love math. That's why I majored in economics. And I was just like, I am so, why didn't I catch on to that then? But it's required for this major, for the School of Business, period. It's economics, it's required. I mean, how you gonna do business if you don't know about at least just a touch, at least just a touch of economics? Why do I keep turning my head? Is this better? I guess so. I guess it's better. Why you need to know at least a touch of economics if you're gonna do School of Business. But here I am sitting up talking about it. I'm just a sophomore. And I need to finish my little sophomore ass classes. I'm doing all these classes at once so I can catch up to the juniors. Labor productivity and the proportion of the population employed. Mm-hmm. Okay, average labor productivity is determined by the quantity and quality of human capital, physical capital, technology, natural resources, entrepreneurship, and the legal and political environment. I'm the part that I'm really, if I write this paper, I'd like to do something on that legal and political part because I am interested in it. Even though the way things are going now, if you ever had a dream of being a lawyer and you ain't got money, it's going to be a little difficult. But I guess I could only hope to work as an accountant and save up and then go to school here at UNCP to get those save up and get those credits to do the master's program. And after this, I'm so signing up for NABA, like National Association for Black Accountants. I'm going to do the student sign up. It's free for a year. So I wanted to wait till I was officially a junior, but like I missed those credits. So I'm just going to wait till the fall to try and sign up, or the end of these classes where I know I at least got a passing grade. So I can try to sign up for that and then maybe sign up for some scholarships by the fall. I wonder how long do you have to be a member to try and get a scholarship? And I don't care. I'm trying to see if I can get something. I don't think nothing's wrong with asking. The quantity and quality of human capital, physical capital, technology, natural resources, entrepreneurship, and the legal and political environment. Countries with large amounts of capital per worker tend to have blank levels of real GDP per person and blank levels of average labor productivity. High and high. High levels of real GDP per person and high levels of average labor productivity. All right, average labor productivity equals average labor productivity. Okay, output per worker. Average labor productivity is defined as the total output, real GDP, divided by the number of workers or total hours worked. Therefore, average labor productivity equals output per worker. Increased economic growth is desirable if the benefits of growth exceeds the cost. Absolutely. Like the benefits of me doing accounting or majoring in accounting, taking these classes, exceeds the cost. It was like, you know what the cost is? It takes you pay the cost to be the boss. You know what the cost is? Only being qualified to work at Walmart or work the help desk. Who has done IT because they like IT? Nobody likes IT. I think that's kind of like the open secret of IT. No one got into it because they actually had a passion for it. There's no way to actually have a passion for it because IT is constantly developing and changing. So it's not something that you just had a passion about or that you even had an older family member know about or doing since you were a kid. It's literally just something that you heard made money. That is literally what it is. You just heard that it made money and you joined in, and everybody that's in it is pretty miserable. And now everybody's doing is being forced to go back and change, but it looks like everybody's kind of going back into a major that they actually like. Increasing human capital. Let's see. The provision of free public education is an example of a government policy designed to promote economic growth by increasing human capital. By increasing human capital. Building roads, bridges, airports, and other infrastructure is an example of government policies designed to promote economic growth by increasing physical capital. what, human capital, like the worth of the humans living it, yeah, you would want to do that, wouldn't you? You'd want a good, decent person population. That is, people don't really realize health and education. They're like, oh my God, how do we get all these horrible people out of our neighborhoods? We want better quality. Every this and that is like, it really starts with health and education. If you can't afford good health, like that's kind of the basis of whether or not you feel like you have a reason to be a decent person. Because when you can't afford health care or you have bad health, you really feel like no one cares about you and you might as well act any sort of way. What happens when people feel like nobody cares about them, they're the only person that gives a damn, they start acting that way. You really want to be around a bunch of people who don't give a damn about nothing? No. Good Lord. It's really hard to argue these things if you're not educated on it. And if you don't have like the numbers right in front of you, you remember these stats. You got to remember it to the point where you can casually talk about it. Empirical studies show that as real GDP per person increases, air pollution first increases, then decreases. What is the air getting used to? I'm just kidding. If the productivity slowdown experienced by industrial countries since the 1970s is a result of the poor measurement of productivity growth, then it is not a concern for economists. I did good on the practice. Look at these big ass cankle arms. Do you see that? My legs are just the same, real slim at the shin and then big as hell right here at the thighs. My arms are the same way as my legs. My arms are the same way as my legs. And everybody's like, oh, you should do like a waist slimmer or some leg slimmers. I'm like, what's next? Arm slimmers? I'm not super big where I would need the slimmers, but like I'm getting there. I'm 5'5", so like I don't carry the weight right, even though the weight is an okay weight. I have a pear shape, so I guess it's okay, but I'd like to be less. I don't need to take the quiz again. You know, they say you can tell like a millennial from an older generation. It's because during the Twilight and the vampire movie vampire movie, TV shows, products, all that big craze, people didn't want the kids didn't want their vampire fangs shaved down. So you can tell, you see how it's sharp, a little sharp or like rounded. Those teeth in the back that are rounded and sharp, that are sharp. It's mirrored. The damn video is mirrored. Okay. Dentists used to shave teeth down flat. And that's why those old movies kind of look that way. I always wonder, something was really off about some of these old actors in movies or older people. It's because they shaved down their teeth. The dentist shaved down their teeth. They kind of stopped doing it because kids were like, please don't cut off my vampire teeth. That's just a fun little fact. All right, time for the test. I feel like doing the live stream, it kind of stops me from eating out of boredom, I guess. And I probably don't want to sit up and watch myself eat either. That's why I used to have like the dugout bucket for gum for that baseball, the ground ball grape. I used to have a big bucket of gum and I used to eat it because I guess they said an oral fixation. I always need to just kind of be doing something, chewing or doing something. with my mouth or talking or kind of mouthing things to myself. Like my mouth has to stay moving, even though I don't really choose to sit up and talk to people per se. Like I'm not definitely not social, but I do feel the need to say or do something with my mouth most of the time. Again, I'm gonna try to leave out by 7. So I'm gonna try to have these tests done by 7. Might try to go to my sister's house if she'll allow me so I can study over there and focus. I cannot study with my bed and my TV right there. It's just not happening. It's not happening. And of course, to not just go home early, I also need to get the coffee and that creamer because I need to stay up late this time. I gotta stay up late this time. And I also did tell her I wanted to share it with her. I tell her my coffee mix. She's trying to lose weight. It might not be good to introduce her to it, but it is delicious. And I did promise her the lights in the library automatically cut off. I did promise her that I'd show her. All right, let's take this chapter 7. And I'm pretty sure after this one, I'm probably going to take the chapter 8 and then start doing a little research on the chapter 8 assignment and see what that is. Watch some videos on it so I can actually know what the hell I'm talking about when I do that again. And she told me, she was like, yeah, this is the wrong graph for this. And she took a point off. So I got 4 out of 5 instead of 5 out of 5. I didn't get it. I barely understood what was going on, even though I paid attention as much as I could. I'm not too good with word problems because it's just straight words. I need an image and some numbers and some symbols. Should I do it in the dark or should I cut the light back on? I mean, to me, when the light cuts off, it means I was being productive. That's what I grade that on. It means I was being productive, in my opinion. Oh wow, it is kind of bright. It's just straight sunlight. But these don't make it look that way. These do a good job then protect my eyes from extra light. I got some new shades the other day. I think they do a pretty good job. Okay. Whoa, my God, the test that started. Fuck, only have 20 minutes. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, not just time management, but paying attention. Goodness, I started the test and I didn't even. Oh, Lord, the paint's coming off. I need to remember if you're gonna start a test, you need to just straight up be paying attention. Like, okay, it's time. Of course, I remember that would may increase, may decrease. Did I ever? I don't think I mentioned to this live, but like my about how my ego pretty much deflates when I get like one thing wrong. But I'm trying to train my brain to like, okay, whatever you got wrong, just kind of correct it next time. It's simple as that, but it's real hard. I think it's an ego thing because that is a very simple concept and it's pretty much the easiest way to go from low grades to high grades. Illegal and or political. Yeah. Just get so angry with myself. I'm just like, why? It's like, yeah, I got a bunch of stuff done. It's like, why didn't you get everything done? I legit just get so angry at myself. It's like, why aren't you doing more? I want more out of myself, like more good out of myself. And which is true, I need to. You just love that. It may increase, may decrease, depending on the. That's them. She just love that. It may increase or decrease, may increase, may decrease, depending on the change in average labor productivity. Depending on what was the other one? Like depending on share of the population employed, all that. I really do kind of like answers like that. May increase, may decrease. You never know. Maybe it's because when something's not a sure thing, it's just like, oh, don't worry about it. That's what my brain says when something's not sure, instead of like, hey, let me make sure this is a sure thing. I want to get a toothbrush and toothpaste and then go to her house. Yeah. And then a bigger jacket. Trade that little thing in for a bigger jacket because it gets cold as hell in there. Wait a minute. When a worker learns how to use an investment-related software program, this example in the capital. Yeah, it's more like they care more about AI, like artificial intelligence capital than human capital. Like, wouldn't life be? It was like it's like they don't care what. It's just literal proof that they don't care whether or not life is better for people in general. Like, oh, we got to keep up with these other countries. We got to keep up with these other European countries. All the rest of the first world is passing us by. They invest in the people in their country. They make sure it's like we not just gonna make sure everybody's working. We gonna make sure everybody's doing some type of work that's 100% gonna benefit the country. They don't think that way. They just think we want everybody to work because we want to make money off of them. That's their idea of making sure everyone works. They're just like, okay, well, let's make sure any and everybody's able to work at a Walmart, at a Target. That's their version of making sure everybody's working, like at a store. You see how passionate I get about it? But then, like, it's hard trying to take this class. It's more than just theory. I was thinking this would probably be like my philosophy class, like a philosophy class where it was ethics. It was the philosophy was the topic, but ethics was the class, my ethics class. It was great if you like debating. I didn't like debating. More, but I sure as heck loved learning about it, and I do want to be somebody that can debate things. You see all this passion I got and all this knowledge I can take in, but I can't retain it. Especially when I start, I guess the kids call it stemming. When I start stemming, all that information just leaves my head. All right, each of the following factors contributes to increasing real GDP per capita, except more political instability. I should test really fast. That usually, oh my God, I passed. Okay. Whenever I finish a test really fast, like, you know what that says to me is just like, girl, what did you just do? Yeah, are you absolutely sure that you picked everything right? Because sometimes, you know how they like to give you a trick question, but I don't feel like this class has a lot of trick questions. And I like that. It's not like a lot of trick questions. This is JV. What is it? Notes. And by 7, leave out. An hour, huh? Tomorrow's got to be longer. As much as I want to go to the, once again, it's proven itself really hard to just be able to go to the gym. It's getting really hard to just go to the gym. It's real hard. Shit closes at 8. I've been saying I need to find a 24/7 gym, but they're all like $60. Other than Planet Fitness, I would, but it's too many people. I saw online like they got in trouble. Some banks don't even let people use their card at Planet Fitness because they keep trying to take money out of people's accounts, even when they leave. Like there was a bank that charged them with fraud. So I was a little nervous. About Planet Fitness, but I was tempted. And then my sister worked at one and she was like, they would wait out late at night. There was some people around that area that would sit out there late at night and wait to rob people. I was just like, you can't get more ghetto than this in the industrial country. In industrial countries, including the United States. Oh, you know how lame it is to do that? It's like that screams when you're so mean to service people that ain't do nothing or they just kind of messed up a little. That screams that you have no power in your personal life. So here you are taking it out on this person. Somebody in your personal life or something in your personal life left you feeling completely hopeless and helpless. Maybe not even your personal life, probably your professional life. It's got you feeling powerless. So you feel the need to try and flex on somebody that you can. And honestly, this is America. So, you can get away with it. That person will be fired if you try to go and report them. But in other countries, I guarantee you they probably wouldn't try shit in Europe, especially if they do that. Not unless they really rich or something like that. I guess they kind of have more leeway to talk back and defend themselves against a crappy customer. Third time I heard that siren, not in close timing, but so I'm not, just in case she's one of those people. It's like, yeah, but it's got to be like open notes. So there's the open notes, but I cannot read these damn notes. It is so hard. I can't really remember what I wrote in a straight line. I gotta write it some crazy way or some crazy structured way with symbols and pictures, or maybe even emojis or not emotes, but just symbols and pictures or graphs or tables, because I can't remember that at all. And unions calls, I was like, hold on now. I just think they don't like it when people in unions get together and demand a bigger wage, especially when it's a type of job where if they stop doing it in mass, like you be screwed, and you can't just find somebody to replace them like that. Goes, oh no, I can't go at like 6. It does have to be no. Fuck, it closes at 8, so it does have to be like 6:30. That 6 has like the worst traffic ever. 6 o'clock traffic, 5 o'clock traffic is packed and it's jam packed, but at least it's like everybody's still kind of moving fast. 6 o'clock traffic, there's no movement. There's no movement in 6 o'clock traffic. Damn. This is just like a 30-minute drive. Fuck. And then the sirens. Oh, somebody crashed, man. Okay, so and then I gotta go so I can catch the store before it closes. I hate going to that damn store. Gotta get the coffee so I can stay up and finish this mess. Why is it bleeding like that? Hold on. Why is it bleeding? I'm scared. Get this off my arm. Hold on. What the hell? Scaring me. Hold on. Oh, I should go home and take this makeup off too. I gotta take the makeup off as well. I didn't start the test yet. You don't need to worry. Mm-hmm. toothbrush sandwiches makeup, coffee cream. Let's take the test. Get the hell out of here. Did I even bother to plug up my phone? Okay, it's at 93, so I guess it's okay. Damn, what the hell? Let's do this. National unemployment may be economically beneficial if this practice test doesn't prepare you for the real test per se. It'll show you where you need to get your sources because they're not even really asking similar questions. It's like, okay, well, here's some important sources you need. So basically, the chapters you need to go to, or just the sections that you need to figure out something. Like using this and saying, like, for example, this is this. Not Dora then lost her job. If you don't use her full name, Easy Dora or something, Dora, that's why she's an explorer. She running from the IRS. Dora lost her job. Doing what? What Dora lost her job? She does not have skills to work in an industry and has been in one for over a year. Oh, damn. IT, never met another human that actually enjoyed IT. They enjoyed the money, but if they were getting paid a little bit of money, do you think they'd enjoy that internship? No, they all hated their internships. Accountants, like, man, this is rough, but like they liked it. They're like, man, I look forward to working here. It's gonna be hard, intensive work, but they like what they do for the most part. A shower if it's damn near going to be water everywhere all over the floor like I'm in a shower when I'm taking off my makeup, so it might as well just take a shower while I'm over there, go home, take a shower, and go back to kids. If she lets me, I need to ask first. Marginal productivity of low-skilled workers. See that? You know they paying like $2 an hour because there's nothing that they can do. They can't really argue against it or try to have some union. So that's why they do that. They since when have they been interested in doing people a good favor? Even when people are living good and learning good and got free healthcare, free education, that's to increase their quality of people in that country. That's literally what that is. They're doing that for their benefit. Overall, it's their benefit. Everyone would change. The real wages of the least skilled, the least educated workers have declined, and the wages of the best educated, high skilled workers have increased. Don't let them hear you say that. Declined, increased. Sweeping down, ain't nothing changed for them. It's like, I'm still making $40 an hour when everybody else is making 60. It's like, bitch, if you people are out here starving, making less than $10 an hour simply because where they work in a state where that is like the minimum wage. And so the store is just paying them that minimum wage. Increase rate. Yeah, the practice tests aren't going to give you any hint to what's going to be asked or what the type of work is. It is literally just, hey, if you found that answer to the practice test here, you're going to find the same type of answer, completely different questions. None of them are similar, but you'll find those types of answers real close to where you found the answers to the practice test. That's pretty much it. There's no help in it at all. to go home. Time to go the heck home. That's 6 assignments done. Just add an hour and a half onto that. 4:39 in like 5 hours. Yeah, about 5 hours. I got 6 assignments done in 5 hours. I still feel unaccomplished. You see how that works for me? I still feel crazy unaccomplished. I need to listen to that chapter 8 lecture again and take more notes during it. You see, look, I ain't super big. I ain't super big. Oh my god, I'm gonna do something crazy from the side. You see, I'm not super big. It was the birth control. It was the birth control. I was on the O pill, and it just bam, bro. My stomach was out here. I can't do that with small breasts, bro. I can't do that. I cannot do that. Not with small breasts. If my breasts were huge, I'd be okay with it. But no, goodness, it had me drinking water and going to the gym, and it still didn't go down. I still looked pregnant. I looked 40. I looked like I gave birth like a year ago or something. Or I was currently 3 or 4 months pregnant. That's how much my stomach was sticking out. And I tried explaining to him that. He wasn't really trying to hear it. And I'm just like, no, man, I can't walk around looking like that. He's like, oh, I don't mind. I'm thinking like, yo, I mind. Like, I want to like what I see. This was way lower than what it was before. This is way lower. It looks a little big now. It's still going down, but like it was out there. I lost a few pounds on it. Damn, I was climbing back up. I gained like 15 pounds. I lost a few pounds now, but like, damn. Okay, I gotta go. And that damn assignment too is due tomorrow. I gotta at least start on it because it's gonna be due tomorrow night. Might be off. I don't think she said anything about grammar. Oh my god, what is this 3 out of 5? It'll over explain anything. It'll over explain anyway what something is, so I don't think I really need to worry about going into detail to ask what grade is 3. Oh, oh, that hurt me. That hurt me. If I get a 3 out of 5, it's a 60. And my grammar was atrocious, but it wasn't getting any better than that and still going to be like half a page and include everything. That's why the shit needs to be good now. I mean, sorry, I don't want to curse. That's why it needs to be good now. Damn. Oh, she graded it right now. You still need to cite even when you're paraphrasing. This tip will come in handy when you submit your final reflection. Wow, she's on it. She's not playing around. She's actually on it. She's doing it right now. Damn. Uh, so what I need to do, first of all, text Kia, let her know, like, hey, can I come over if you don't mind? Yeah, it's 2 more days for the bulky service thing. You know what? If I were to get some furniture, it would definitely be a bunch of desks up in there. Not one chair in there would not have like a table attached to it, like a swing around table. Because why buy a bunch of mini tables when you can just kind of spend a little extra money and get some chairs with a little table attached to it? All right, time to close this out. And I gotta do my wages and employment. That's an interesting chapter. I like it. I like it. Hey, wait, what did it get my grade back up to? I got a round of applause. B, demand is not affected. C, incorrect graph. Okay. At least she like slashed my grades. At least she could have gave me a 3 out of 5 for missing 2 details, but she gave it a 4 out of 5. I would say she's not mean, she's fair. I'm coming over kind of late. She responded. She said, sure, but like what time you coming over? I'm going to the gym right now. You gonna be sitting outside. Right. I guess I can cut my notifications back on. Oh, she's texting right now. I think I changed my notification sound when I get text messages. I don't mind. All right, 6:32. I need to get home so I can get by 7. Stop by that store, get the coffee and creamer so I can stay up. She could have did me dirty and gave me a bunch of 3 out of 5s, but she was like, hey, it's this and that. It's just a couple things you were off about. Overall, it seems like you sort of understood. So I'm gonna do 4 out of 5. She really spared me with that. So when I see that she's got a low score, I would say she's a fair. I would say it's a lot of work, and she's expecting a lot out of you. Like she don't think you dumb as hell or nothing. I got the get go before I. Ooh. Right, time to go. So I don't walk in on a closing store. Jacket, better jacket because it's cold as hell in there at night. Zip up hoodie, cold as hell. I left a bunch of pancakes over there. I'm wondering, did they eat them all because they mistakenly thought it was like theirs that they bought? I wouldn't mind if they ate them, but like I'd be like, dang, bro, some of their stuff was. I wouldn't mind if they ate it up. Like it probably would have been frostbitten by the time I got to it. UNCP Jasmine, UNC Pembroke, right there. That's the only piece of decor I have from them because it's $40 for a sweater, and guess what? It's summer. Not, I'd love to get it, but like if it were a zip up hoodie, I'd get it. But they don't have any zip up hoodies that are cute. This needs to be thrown away. I was using it to hold up the phone camera last time. I was watching mostly the phone camera the other day. Earlier today, not the other day, earlier today. I could literally get things in and still be like, why haven't you achieved more? It moved up to like an 88 instead of like an 85 or 80. Yeah, it moved moved up to 88. Before it was 87. I'm not feeling the B that I'm getting. I'm not feeling it. What's most heavily graded? Reflection summary. Reflection summary is 40%. If I knew that, I wouldn't have rushed through it. Oh, okay, the reflection summary. Okay, the reflection summary. This was just a half-page summary on the reflection summary. The real reflection summary is what will get you that grade. That's like your final grade. That's what the reflection. I was like, oh my God, that little piece of nothing assignment that I had. I didn't know it was being graded like that, but okay. But the assignments are 30%. 30% of your grade. So far, I have a damn 88. The tests are 20%. I guess the assignments are 30%. They weigh more than the test because she can 100% tell whether or not you cheated. Or it's like AI proof, pretty much. All right, time to get the hell up out of here. Put my hair to the side so I can drive or something. Put it up. Oh, so I can actually get to the store, get in there and get out. Shouldn't be super packed by now. Traffic should be decent by now too. Oh. There's a damn spider on top. No. Because what the hell was that? God, I hate that this is just a fucking reversed mirrored shit. Damn. God, it's such just mirrored nonsense from this damn camera. There. Oh, fucking hell. Damn it. I've got to get in the real mirror and it's pissing me off that I look this bad. So I gotta go. Peace. Peace. Oh, damn, what an EB. Peace. All right, peace. End stream.